This is part 2 of Factoring Quadratics. Again, it was one Desmos activity when we got through the first 16 slides, and our goal today is we'll try a few more together, and then I will want you to practice some of these on your own and finish the Desmos. So we left off on slide 16, so we're going to pick up right on slide 17 right here. So again, our goal today is I give you something in standard form, you figure out the inside of the box, and then get the outside of the box. And the outside, those are called the factors, because if you multiply them together, you get our standard form right here. All right, so if you recall, when we have our rectangle right here, the first box is always the first term. So in this case, it's x squared. And our last box is always the last term, the number without the x. And in this case, it's 35. And then our next step in getting the inside of the boxes, we're going to multiply box 1 and box 4. So x squared times 35 is 35x squared. So we can check our answers. All right, now we're going to use this, the 35x squared, and make a diamond problem. And the bottom of the diamond problem will be the 12x. Does it give us room here to do it? No, it doesn't. So this is where I'm going to use my scratch paper, and I'm going to make our diamond problem. I just write the x for the diamonds. And we want two numbers that multiply to, again, the product of the diagonal. So 35x squared that add to the middle number, the number with the x, and in this case, it's 12x. So they add to 12x. Okay. So now we play around with the 35. What multiplies to 35? That adds to 12. And I know that that would be 5 and 7. And since there's an x squared and an x, we need x's with each of these. So 5x and 7x, they multiply to 35x squared, and they add to 12x. And those will be the inside of our boxes. So let's take a look at, okay, I'm on slide 18 now. And so in any order, I'm going to put what I got here in the diamond problem, 5x and 7x. And we can check our answers. All right, so now that we have the inside of the box, that was the new part from the previous lesson, we're going to get the outside. And in this one, the first red line and the first blue line, what multiplies to x squared, or what's the greatest common factor of x squared and 5x, and that would be x and x. They multiply to x squared. Now, to get my second blue line, x times what gives me 5x, and that would be a 5. Right? 5 times x is 5x. And then to get box 3, x times what gives us 7x, and that's 7. And so factored form, we just write, I like to do the top first, x plus 5, and then x plus 7, but again, you can write either one first. Whoops. Okay. So there's our factored form, x plus 5, x plus 7. We can check our answers, and that's called factoring. The reason why it's called factoring is if we were to multiply x plus 5 and x plus 7, we'd get this inside, and that would give us, it would give us standard form. So we're just basically going back and forth between the forms. All right, we're going to try one more, and then I think the rest are just like the same types of problems, and I'll have you practice. And the nice thing about these is that they're self-checking. And the last slide, just you can tell me how you feel about this lesson. Okay, so let's see what this, slide 20 says. So it says, so far, in this factoring activity, the problems have been presented in 3 sides. The first, the second, and the third. On the remaining problems, you're only going to have one slide, and you'll be able to draw in the area model. Okay, so you can draw and figure it out. So this is just telling you, oh, they're going to put all 3 sides in one. All right, so let's do one. This will be our last one that we do together, and then I'm going to give you a lot of work time in class to work through these. All right, so the first one, we got 20x squared plus 9x plus 1. What are 2 things that multiply to that? That's what we're doing. So first we put our first box. I guess, okay, this is only going to have a step. Okay, so we have to draw in here. Okay, so my first box is 20x squared, and my last box will be the 1. And then we have to do a diamond problem. Okay, so what multiplies to the diagonal? 20x squared. That adds to the middle number, and here the middle number is 9x. Okay, so there's my diamond problem. Again, to get the top number, we multiply the 20x squared and the 1, so I have to multiply to 20x squared. That add to our middle number, 9x. So I guess I could have put the diamond problem like right here, right? Ooh, there's your diamond. All right, so let's do that. Let's factor it. What multiplies to 20, that adds to 9. And that would be 4x and 5x. Okay, so I can put that either spot. I guess put it here. All right, now I can write it in. So in either box, I can put the numbers. So put 4x and 5x like that. All right, now we can get the outside. All right, so what are 2 things that multiply to 20x squared? Well, again, I know it's 4x and 5x, so I'm going to put the 4x on the side here because then I can easily get this 4x right here. So first red line, 4x. First blue line, 5x. All right, so 4x and 5x, that's 20x squared. 4x times what gives us 4x, and that would be a 1, and that's my second blue line. 5x times what gives me 5x, and that's just another 1 here. And then we can write the factored form. So this will be 4x plus 1 and 5x plus 1. Okay, so there it is. We can check. All right, I wonder if there's, I think there's another answer for this. So I'm going to try a different one. Can I retype in? Yeah, I can. Because I can think of two other numbers that multiply to 20x squared, and that would be 10x and 2x. And so I'm going to see if I can get that to work. All right, so let's 10x and 2x. No, I won't be able to. And the reason I know that is if I put a 10x up here, it's going to be hard to have like a whole number down here to get the 5x. So this will be it. This is our answer. Okay, so the rest of the slides, you're going to do that. You're going to draw in and solve. How many more do we have? Okay, I'm going to do one more. Since we have so many, let's just do one more together, and the rest you're going to do on your own. So this one right here, x squared minus 9x plus 18. Again, to fill in the box, our first box is the first number. Our last box is the last number. So we can make our diamond problem here. So what multiplies to 18? X squared. Excuse me, so again, you multiply those two together. That multiply to our middle, negative 9x. Okay, so factors of 18 that add to negative 9. Okay, so they both have to be negative. So I'm looking at negative 6x and negative 3x. Okay, so those will multiply to positive 18x squared. They add to negative 9. So put them in either order. And then we'll get the boxes. So I know since this first box is x squared is easy, it's just x times x. So we're going to do x times x. And then x times what gives us negative 6x? And that'll be our second blue line, so that'll be negative 6. X times what gives us negative 3x? Negative 3. And then factored form, x minus 6, x minus 3. Okay. So now we've done a few examples, and your assignment then today will be finished. There's like 6 slides left, but one is just like, how do you feel about this? So like 5 more problems to try. And if you have any questions, we'll go over them in class the next time we meet.